Hello everyone, happy Saturday. It's time for me to read the Course in Miracles lesson in this type of videos I'm making every single day. Why am I doing that? To help myself and probably other people as well to go through all those seeming difficulties we may have while we are living in the body, right? How to deal with all the negative emotions, feelings, thoughts, uh, to build relationship with God, who is God, why all of those things are happening in the world. So all those questions you may have, yes. So I was actually having those questions as well, and I couldn't find any answer to none of them before or until I met a Course in Miracles book, which was pretty difficult read to me, and only when I met Gary Renard books, and they helped me a lot. And now, thank God, I've got all the answers. So, but here is the thing, it's all about beliefs, what you believe in. And that is the reason why you should train your mind, why you should train yourself to remember the truth, right? Because illusions can get you so easily. You can get stuck in this illusory world so easily. It's so easy to forget the truth. Now you remember, the next moment you already forgot about this. So that's why it's so important to practice these ideas. It's self-discipline, self-help. But knowing at the same time, that's the paradox, knowing at the same time that you are not doing this alone, because I've heard this question like, who is doing all these thing, like training thing, ego, the first step you take, it's your ego. But the more you practice it, the more you realize that you just let Holy Spirit do this forgiveness thing through you. It's not even you who is doing these things. It was just the first step you made, you took, and it was you, as the ego. But the more you practice it, the more you realize that it's Holy Spirit in you who is doing all those practicing work, all that practicing work. All right, so that's the reason to me why I'm doing this, because it feels like the more you understand the truth, the more you practice, these ideas, the more you realize that actually you cannot live without doing it, right? And here is the thing, also important, that even knowing the truth, you should live it. You should practice it. It's not like in theory you know what to do. It's in practice when you are facing situations, people that are triggering you, and that's the exact moment for you to practice these ideas. All right, yesterday I was reading lesson number 135. It says, if I defend myself, I am attacked. So unfortunately we still believe that attack exists, that I can be attacked. So if I believe that I can be attacked, so I also believe that I need to defend myself, right? So here is the thing. if I no longer believe that I am a body, why would I believe that I need to defend this body, right? And that's the thing. We ask Holy Spirit to withdraw this belief from our mind, yeah, and to give us His belief, how He sees it, because Holy Spirit, God, J, He sees everything completely differently, yeah, than you see with your physical eyes, because what you see with your physical eyes is coming from the ego, right? And so, yeah, that was the practicing idea for yesterday. It was pretty long lesson. Yeah, I'm scrolling down, and yeah, it is a long lesson. I'm gonna read real quick the statement for yesterday. This is my Easter time, and I would keep it holy. I will not defend myself, because the Son of God needs no defense against the truth of His reality. So, when you realize that you are not this body, you are Son of God, you have no need to defend yourself, yeah, against the truth of His reality. And we were also reading about planning. Here's the thing, we still have plans, right? It's like living in this world without plans. It's like, yeah, maybe you can, who knows, yeah. But here's the thing, every time when you are planning, you ask Holy Spirit for His guidance, yeah. Actually, each moment you are asking for Holy Spirit's guidance, yeah. So that's the thing, having plans is okay. It's just you remember that, okay, I still live in this body, yeah, I still do plans, yeah, and that's okay for the level of form, yeah. But you can remember the truth, you can look beyond that illusory world, yeah, and remembering that even having plans, I'm constantly staying in touch, yeah, contacted to my higher self source, yeah, and I'm constantly being guided by this source. So that's why it's not even me who is doing everything, yeah, it's Holy Spirit through me, right? Okay, so that was the idea for yesterday. Let's go to the next one. All right, are you ready? Okay, so lesson 136. Sickness is a defense against the truth. Wow, so that's a pretty interesting topic to talk about, right? Sickness is a defense against the truth. We already talked about that before, that pain and disease here as well, they are not located in the body like everything else. Your body is in the mind, like this world, like everything else, yeah, because they're coming from this source, they're coming from that part of wrong mind, yeah, which is ego's mind, yeah. So, yeah, sickness is a defense against the truth. We just do not accept these ideas. That's how we still believe in everything that ego teaches, right? That's why here is the need to practice these ideas, yeah? It's like must have. All right, no one can heal unless he understands what purpose sickness seems to serve. What is the purpose of any sicknesses? Yeah? For then he understands as well its purpose has no meaning. No meaning for having sicknesses, right? Being causeless and without a meaningful intent of any kind, it cannot be at all. Right. When this is seen, healing is automatic. When you see that there is no reason for you to be sick, Yeah, why would I be sick? Yeah, so you know that there is no reason for you. You are not benefiting from that, right? Healing is automatic. It dispels this meaningless illusion by the same approach that carries all of them to truth and merely leaves them there to disappear. Sickness is not an accident. Like all defenses, it is an insane device for self deception. And like all the rest, its purpose is to hide reality. Attack it, change it, render it inept, distort it, twist it, or reduce it to a little pile of unassembled parts. The aim of all defenses is to keep the truth from being whole. The parts are seen as if each one were whole within itself. Defenses are not unintentional, nor are they made without awareness. You are aware that you made this. Yeah, that I already like I've been talking about this before. Like, can you accept this idea if you are suffering? Yeah, some diseases or pain or any other stuff. Yeah, so it means that you want it. And you can ask me like, how do you say that? Like, I want to be sick. Yeah, so it's about that part of your mind that makes this decision. You believed in a false conception that you did something wrong. That's why you deserve to suffer. That's why you are going through all those suffering cycles. Yeah. So that's why you are aware of all of those things happening because you are doing this to yourself. Yeah. There is no God who is punishing you, right? Are you ready to accept this idea? But yeah, you are aware that you made up all those defenses, yeah, uh, expressed in diseases, yeah. They are secret magic wands you have when truth appears to threaten what you would believe. They seem to be unconscious, but because of the rapidity with which you choose to use them. They seem to be unconscious, but because of the rapidity with which you choose to use them. In that second, even less, in which the choice you made, you recognize exactly what you would attempt to do, and then proceed to think that it is done. Who but yourself evaluates a threat? It's really offensive to the ego to hear, right? Who but yourself evaluates a threat? Decides escape is necessary and sets up a series of defenses to reduce the threat that has been judged as real. We are judging these threats as real. All these cannot be done unconsciously. It's been done consciously by you. Can you accept that? But afterwards, your plan requires that you must forget you made it. You must forget you made it. Because if you remember that you made it, how could you live with this information? You must forget you made it. So it seems to be external to your own intent, a happening beyond your state of mind, an outcome with a real effect on you, instead of one affected by yourself. It is this quick forgetting of the part you play in making your reality that makes defenses seem to be beyond your own control. But what you have forgot can be remembered. Good news, huh? Given willingness to reconsider the decision which is doubly shielded by oblivion. Doubly shielded by oblivion. your not remembering is but a sign that this decision still remains in force as far as your desires are concerned. That's why we are not ignoring this like illusion, yeah, all those negative things we may have. We are actually looking at them with the Holy Spirit through his eyes, yeah, remembering, yeah, only when you detect that here is the illusion, yeah, admitting that, yeah, only after that you can withdraw this, yeah, and to have Holy Spirit's beliefs instead, yeah. Defenses must make facts I'm gonna read this again. Your not remembering is but a sign that this decision still remains in force as far as your desires are concerned. Mistake not this for fact. Defenses must make facts unrecognizable. They aim at doing this, and it is this they do. Every defense takes fragments of the whole, assembles them without regard to all their true relationships, and thus constructs illusions of a whole that is not there. It is this process that imposes threat, and not whatever outcome may result. When parts are wrested from the whole and seen as separate and wholes within themselves, they become symbols standing for attack upon the whole. Successful in effect, successful in effect, and never to be seen as whole again. And yet you have forgotten that they stand but for your own decision. And yet you have forgotten that they stand but for your own decision. That they stand but for your own decision of what should be real. And yet you have forgotten that they stand but for your own decision of what should be real, to take the place of what is real. It's up to you to believe what is real, right? Sickness is a decision, right? It is not a thing that happens to you quite unsought, which makes you weak and brings you suffering. It is a choice you make. How does it feel like, huh? A plan you lay. A plan you lay. When for an instant truth arises in your own deluded mind, and all your world appears to totter and prepare to fall. Now are you sick, that truth may go away and threaten your establishments no more. Again, sickness, diseases, pain, they are just defending you, yeah, like you as an illusion, you as this body, yeah, again as an illusion, from the truth to come in, yeah. Wow, it's just a guard, yeah, in some way, uh, from the truth. Wow, it's terrible. All right, so how do you think that sickness can succeed in shielding you from truth? Because it proves the body is not separate from you, and so you must be separate from the truth. You suffer pain because the body does, and in this pain are you made one with it. Thus is your true identity preserved, and a strange, haunting thought that you might be something beyond this little pile of dust silenced and stilled. Uh, so you can pronounce this idea like out loud, yeah, like I am not a body. And what do you feel when you do that? Because at first time when I heard that, and even more when I tried to say it, yeah, like out loud, or even in my mind, yeah, it sounded like terrible, delusional, like what are you saying? Even when I was like repeating this idea again and again, practicing this idea, I was still like feeling awkward, like, wait. So you're saying that I'm not a body, but I am a body, right? I'm still in a body. How do I live in this body, remembering that I'm not the body? Yeah, it's insane. But actually, the more I practice this idea, the more I realize that actually now I feel completely differently about this idea. Completely differently from the first time when I started practicing that idea. So yeah, um, when you practice this idea, just observe your feelings, yeah, your thoughts, what you think, what you feel about that idea, yeah. And the more awkward it feels to you, the more you are still attached to the body, the more you still believe that you are a body, right? uh the more it still looks to you as truth that you should separate yourself from the truth by having pain or sicknesses, right? Yeah. So the healing is happening when you accept this idea, yeah, and your mind is getting healed, right? And the body follows, right? Okay. This is your true identity preserved, and a strange, haunting thought that you might be something beyond this little pile of dust, silenced and stilled. And now we are silencing this ego thought, yeah? And we're making this attempt yet to listen to Holy Spirit's thoughts, yeah? Holy Spirit's beliefs, how He sees it, right? For see, this dust can make you suffer. Twist your limbs and stop your heart, commanding you to die and cease to be. Thus is the body stronger than the truth, which asks you live but cannot overcome your choice to die. And so the body is more powerful than everlasting life, heaven more frail than hell, and God's design for the salvation of His Son opposed by a decision stronger than His will. His Son is dust, the Father incomplete, and chaos sits in triumph on His throne. That's what ego uh, says, yeah. Such is your planning for your own defense, and you believe that heaven quails before such mad attacks as this. Alright, I'm gonna read this again. Such is your planning for your own defense, and you believe that heaven quails before such mad attacks as this, with God made blind by your illusions. Truth turned into lies, and all the universe made slave to laws which your defenses would impose on it. Yet who believes illusions but the one who made them up? It's like kids, you know. I remember myself being in my childhood playing with the toys, and I was making my own worlds, you know, I was living in, and I was believing in them, right? Nobody could tell me that they were not truth, yeah? They were truth to me, yeah, to my mind. Yeah, we made all those beliefs illusions, yeah, illusory beliefs, and we believe in them. We made them up and we believe them. Yet who believes illusions but the one who made them up? Who else can see them and react to them as if they were the truth? That's the reason for you actually that you remember that there is no need for me to react to these illusions. Why would I react to these illusions if I remember that they are not truth? They are not true. Like, why would I even react to them? Right? Who else can see them and react to them as if they were the truth? Alright, God knows not of your plans to change His will. The universe remains unheeding of the laws by which you thought to govern it, and heaven has not bowed to hell nor life to death. You can but choose to think you die, or suffer sickness, or distort the truth in any way. What is created is apart from all of this. Defenses are plans to defeat what cannot be attacked. What is unalterable cannot change, and what is holy, sinless, cannot sin. Such is the simple truth. It does not make appeal to might nor triumph. It does not command obedience nor seek to prove how pitiful and futile your attempts to plan defenses that would alter it. Truth merely wants to give you happiness, for such its purpose is. We remember why we are doing this, because we want to be happy, right? Ego is not bringing any happiness to us, right? Perhaps it sighs a little when you throw away its gifts, and yet it knows with perfect certainty that what God wills for you must be received. It is this fact that demonstrates that time is an illusion, for time lets you think what God has given you is not the truth right now, as it must be. The thoughts of God are quite apart from time. For time is but another meaningless defense you made against the truth. And we collectively believe in that time concept, right? Yet what He wills is here, and you remain as He created you. Truth has a power far beyond defense, for no illusions can remain where truth has been allowed to enter. And it comes to any mind that would lay down its arms and cease to play with folly. It is found at any time. Today, if you will choose to practice giving welcome to the truth, we are practicing today giving welcome to the truth. We are welcoming these ideas in our mind, right? This is our aim today, and we will give a quarter of an hour twice to ask the truth to come to us and set us free. And truth will come, for it has never been apart from us. It merely waits for just this invitation which we give today. We give invitation to the truth today, huh? How does it sound? Yeah. We introduce it with a healing prayer to help us rise above defensiveness and let truth be as it has always been. We introduce it with a healing prayer to help us rise above defensiveness and let truth be as it has always been. Sickness is a defense against the truth. I will accept the truth of what I am and let my mind be wholly healed today. Wow, today we are practicing this idea that we are welcoming this idea, yeah? We are letting it in, yeah? And we are actually letting our mind be wholly healed today. Yeah, that's a great idea, by the way, right? We let our mind to be wholly healed today. I let my mind to be wholly healed today, right? Healing will flash across your open mind as peace and truth arise to take the place of war and vain imaginings. There will be no dark corners, there will be no dark corners sickness can conceal and keep defended from the light of truth, because we opened all of our doors of our mind and let the Holy Spirit's light come in. Yeah. There will be no dark corners sickness can conceal and keep defended from the light of truth. There will be no dim figures from your dreams, nor their obscure and meaningless pursuits with double purposes insanely sought, remaining in your mind. It will be healed of all the sickly wishes that it tried to authorize the body to obey. Now is the body healed because the source of sickness has been opened to relief. We are not trying to heal the consequence, yeah? We are healing, yeah, with the Holy Spirit for sure. It's Holy Spirit's work, yeah? Uh, the source of the problem, yeah, which is mind, right? Now is the body healed because the source of sickness has been opened to relief. And you will recognize you practiced well by this. The body should not feel at all. Yeah. If you have been successful, there will be no sense of feeling ill, of feeling well, of pain or pleasure. Neutral. Nothing. It's like you are having your out of body experience, yeah? You do not feel nothing. All right, so the body should not feel at all. If you have been successful, there will be no sense of feeling ill or feeling well, of pain or pleasure. No response at all is in the mind to what the body does. Its usefulness remains and nothing more. Holy Spirit is using this body, yeah, as his tool, right? Perhaps you do not realize that this removes the limits you had placed upon the body by the purposes you gave to it. What purposes are you giving to your body? That's a good question, by the way, right? Like chasing your dreams, yeah, or remembering the truth, yeah. All right, as these are laid aside, the strength the body has will always be enough to serve all truly useful purposes. The body's health is fully guaranteed because it is not limited by time. The body's health is fully guaranteed. Wow, because it is not limited by time, by weather or fatigue, by food and drink, or any laws you made it serve before. You need do nothing now to make it well. You need do nothing now to make it well, for sickness has become impossible. You know why? Because you no longer believe in the concept of sickness, right? There is no need in sickness, right? Because we already accepted the truth, right? Because that's why sickness is impossible, right? Yeah, this protection needs to be preserved by careful watching. If you let your mind harbor attack thoughts, yield to judgment, or make plans against uncertainties to come, you have again misplaced yourself and made a bodily identity which will attack the body, for the mind is sick. uh, if you again let ego's thoughts come in, yeah, and not just come in, yeah, because we are always having thoughts, right? You're not just believing in them, right? You are not following them, right? So yeah, if you do that, so that's how your mind is getting sick again and body follows again, right? So but you just need to choose again. You know what? I choose to have Holy Spirit's thoughts, right? I prefer his beliefs and thought system, right? Give instant remedy should this occur by not allowing your defensiveness to hurt you longer. Do not be confused about what must be healed, but tell yourself, I have forgotten what I really am. For I mistook my body for myself. For I mistook my body for myself. Sickness is a defense against the truth. But I am not a body, and my mind cannot attack. So I cannot be sick. If I don't believe in attack, I don't believe in sickness, I don't believe in sins, yeah, I don't believe in guilt, yeah, I don't believe that this body is real, yeah, so I cannot be sick, right? My mind is healed, right? So yeah, wow, it's a wow. It's a great practicing idea for today. We are practicing today that we we have this strong willingness to accept this idea, to live this idea, yeah, to remember the truth, practicing Holy Spirit's thoughts, right? Each time when you can find yourself, yeah, thinking or going deep down into the ego thoughts, yeah, or beliefs, you just catch yourself, yeah, and asking for Holy Spirit's help, like, please, Holy Spirit, give me your thoughts, right? I know you are thinking differently. I want to think with you, right? So when your mind is being opened to healing and body follows, right? That's a great idea for today. We accept that we have no need in sicknesses, right? Because we already accepted the truth. We are not the body. All right, that's the idea for today. Try to apply this idea today during the day while you are going along your day. Yeah, all your stuff you may do. So just try to remember the truth. All right. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a great day and see you in the next one. Bye bye.